Now, the next performer, I'm not saying she's my favorite poet, but she's my favorite poet. Please give it up for Sarah Al-Obaid.
Hi everyone. Hi! So this poem is called Bedtime Stories. My mother doesn't read me bedtime stories anymore. She doesn't tuck me in and pull the blanket all the way up to my chin to cover... Never mind, can I start over please? Thank you. My mother doesn't tell me bedtime stories anymore. She doesn't tuck me in and pull the blanket all the way up to my chin. She doesn't sit on the edge of my bed with the glow-in-the-dark stickers illuminating the wall behind her. She doesn't tell me and my brother to Sallu al Nabi first, Allahumma salli wa sallim alayh, peace be upon him. I no longer hear her say the words that I miss more than I can put into words. I miss the castles and the forests and the curious worlds. I miss kings and queens and magic beans. I miss sneaky thieves, pirates sailing seas. I miss talking trees. But more than anything, I miss the way she used to close her eyes and say, كان يا مكان في قديم الزمان وسالف العصر وانقضاء الأوان. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there lived a brown girl who loved stories so much she decided she would make a career out of them. She would grow up to major in literature, spend hours on end within the pages of a book, and stand on a stage to perform a poem. But before then, she wanted to be a princess, wanted the whole package complete with a tiara and a puffy dress, Prince Charming, glass slippers, and white skin. I recall an entire page in my favorite brightly colored storybook depicting Snow White's beauty as if she was the most perfect thing that ever walked God's green earth. Yamma, ليش سموها بيضاء الثلج? Because she had skin as white as snow. It sounded wrong, but what did I know? I'm an adult now. And I wonder how Snow White could be the name of a Disney princess, but Soil Brown just doesn't really have the same ring to it. Tell me, is this not racist? Is it not associating beauty with paleness? The dark skin is good, but not as good as paleness. I see it now. It is absurd. It is brainless. I cannot believe it took me this long to realize there's something disturbing about a 5-year-old wanting to be white. When my mother used to tell us the story of the 3 little pigs, they were actually lambs in her version. Do not ask me why. Each time the big bad wolf came to the door of one of them, he'd knock and ask to be kindly let in. I still recall my mother's fingers playing with my hair and her voice as she said on behalf of the wolf, يا عنزات يا حلوات فتحوا الباب أنا واحد من الأحباب واحد من الأصحاب يا يشرب معاكم شاي واكل كباب. Of course, I now acknowledge the great literary genius of my mom because kebab was meat and he's basically telling them who's going to eat them. But I also acknowledge that the 3 little pigs is a perfect example of a predator and a prey, of the food chain, of the animal kingdom and the natural system of lose gain of survival for the fittest. I now acknowledge that the big bad wolf simply wanted to fill his growling stomach, simply wanted to survive, to eat. I'm an adult now. My mother doesn't read me bedtime stories anymore, and I wonder if Cinderella's stepmom simply missed her dead husband. I wonder if she saw his eyes on the face of his daughter and didn't know what to do except tell her to go away, hide away in the kitchen, hide away in the attic, hide away, hide away. She didn't know what to do with the pain except turn it into bitterness. I wonder why the beast had to turn into a handsome prince again, if not to reaffirm the idea that looks win time and time again, that your personality might get you the girl, but it's your sharp jawline and dazzling teeth that will guarantee you the happily ever after. I'm an adult now, and if I should ever grow up to have children, I will make constellations on their ceilings out of glow-in-the-dark stickers. I will tuck them in and pull the blanket all the way past their chin to cover their heads. Stop it, mama, they will laugh. Sallu al Nabi awwal. I will hear them say, Allahumma salli wa sallim alayh, and I will read them poetry to sleep. I will align the words like the stars above their heads and show them that beauty resides in the content of the words and the content of a person. I will tell my daughter that you can't fall in love with frogs, and a kiss does not magically turn beautiful what is already ugly within. I will tell my son that he doesn't have to be a knight in a shining armor, that he could be the night and the day, the sunrise and the sunset, that he could be the whole world to someone someday without ever having to carry a sword. I will tell them they can both help people, that we all need saving, and it is not the job of princes alone. I will tell them both, that fairy tales aren't real, but reality is far more beautiful anyways. Thank you.